Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we will be unboxing one of the Sony new speaker. Not very new, but new for me. Yeah, that speaker is Sony XB43. Okay, and it's an extra bass system. If you remember previously in my video, I talk about extra bass system and my headphone, which is from Panasonic. It's also an extra bass, and I was very happy with that, and finally went and bought XB. Yes, that's it. And before we don't worry, I'll give all the details of the new speaker, but before that, I want to show you something. That is this, and this is a Mi speaker, Mi, from Xiaomi. And as you can see, this front, back, and did I hold it wrong? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I was using this for like 2 years now, and it's suddenly stopped working, and I was like, man, I need to get something new. I have to find the speaker that suit me, my requirement. I'm going to give out some of the tips and tricks and the best way to find the best speaker for you, so that by watching this video you learn something. You can actually use what I'm going to give the tips, like a buying guide for yourself. So I hope this video will help you, and if it helped, please subscribe. So let's continue. Tip number 1, set your limit. Okay, buying limit. Okay, how much you are willing to pay for it. Okay, set that hard limit. Once you set your limit, then try to find those speaker below that limit. So first thing, we set the limit. That's the first tip, because I've seen a lot of people like just randomly going up and looking up the speaker, and later on, after wasting a lot of time, you said, oh, it's too expensive, oh, it's too cheap, I don't, you try to compromise. So avoid wasting your time. So set your limit. Tip number 2, decide what you're going to use your speaker for. Maybe you want to use it for your laptop, because laptop is portable. You want your speaker to be portable along with the laptop. So if you're using a desktop, however, you often go out for a hiking, a trip, a picnic, and you want to carry, so things like that, consider it. So if you need a Wi-Fi, do you need a portability? Do you need Bluetooth? Do you need a wire? Do you need a fast charging? And on top of that, do you need a waterproof, dust proof? Do you also need a rust proof? So things like that you have to decide. But if you just want a speaker with a good volume and boost, a bass boost, and you just want to use at home, for you don't want to carry out, then I would suggest don't go for a portable speaker. Go for a subwoofer. That should be good enough. But the one I bought today, as for me, for example, I want to use it at home. At the same time, I often relocate my room, maybe shifting, and maybe I may travel to some other countries, who knows, when the pandemic is over. So I need this speaker to be portable with me, and I may go for a trip, short trip, maybe use it for my personal leisure time, listen to a music. And I need this to have a lot of power, battery power, enough to run for like 12 hours, 24 hours, so things like that. And I'm choosing this. So decide what you want to use your speaker for. So that's tip number 2. Tip number 3, go to the store, personally try to play those music that you love and you often listen, and you know about the rhythm, you know about the how deep that bass on those musics are. So I normally just use YouTube deep bass music to measure how good the speaker is. For instance, today I use the same music and connect to all of the devices, and then try to play the same music at the maximum volume and increase the bass and the treble, everything to maximum, and see how loud it can get and how much bass it can produce and how clear are the audios, things like that. You have to be present physically, like personally go to the location, connect your phone, and sometimes the speakers may have some problem connecting with the phone that you're using. So the best thing is go to the store location yourself, connect with your own phone which you'll be using in your future, like so. Connect it, play the music, and listen to the output, and if you're happy with that, that's the best thing. So a lot of people start ordering online, and then sometimes they may get some defects, sometimes they may not be happy, and they just waste their time, you know, they just waste the time shipping it back, and then a lot of time is wasted. So if you want to get very effective, go to the store, get everything sorted out. So that's tip number 3. Tip number 4 is my personal tips. Okay, this does not have anything to do with anything, it's just my personal preference. Buy a speaker which is heavy. If you're buying a portable speaker and that is heavy, I would recommend you go for it, because the weight of the speaker depends on how heavy and how large the magnet that sits inside your speaker is. So the heavier the magnet, the more sound and sound wave it can produce. That means it can produce a lot of higher decibel, higher noise, and then it will be able to produce higher bass and treble, whatever you call it, and more clear voice, audio, songs, things like that. So go for it, go for the higher one. This is the reason why I love Sony ZV-1 vlogging camera. You guys can see clearly, right, how fast it detects on my product showcase. So people who want to like use the camera for things like this, and it have a product showcase. So okay, that's it. Let's start unboxing. How about this? Will it detect? How to set up, guide. This is the guide, and this is the manual, warranty card, charging dock. It's a type C charging dock directly into type C, pretty fast charger. Some country does not support this part, so you can just remove, pull out, and you can fit into 2 socket pin, because some countries may not support this, so they come up with this idea. You can just slide in. So like in India, this is fine. You may not have this in India, so this is the Black Beauty we talk about, guys. Sony. Okay, and then Sony. It's wrong. there's some lights inside. I think you can see. I'm going to flip it. And this is the back end. Ah, yes, I'm right. You should be able to see your volume. Everything is written here. These are the two stands. You can use it to point this way. And on the top you do have the manual control, like volume control and things like that. Yeah, I think it's invisible. Power button, Bluetooth, play, pause, increase, decrease the volume. Okay, let's test it. I have to download this Sony Music Center and then open it up. So you will be able to pair up like this, just like mine if you are buying the same product. And then you will be able to, you know, change the lighting, like here you have many lighting options. So let's use chill. You see, it completely changed the color. It's like green or something now. So I'm going to change back to hot. It's getting red. In the option you have extra bass, things like that. It's up to you what preference you have. DJ effect, bass, you can play around with the bass. And there are 3 options which you can choose from. Power option, and you can check the battery level around here. It says I think around 50%.
Bluetooth connected.
That will do for today, guys. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and stay blessed.